Hello, everyone. I hope that everyone is having or has had a wonderful day. I'm coming before you today just because I just wanted to share a few things with you in light of the times that we're going through. I wrote down some notes, so as usual, so forgive me if I look down all throughout the video, but I just wanted to share this with you and I hope that it helps someone. I think that in these times, we need to find a way to survive. Um, there are so many people that just cannot deal with what's going on. There are people who have found themselves in situations that they never thought they'd have to find themselves in the beginning of the pandemic, when we were all locked in the houses, where we were more restricted than we are now. Many people had to deal with things that they didn't like about themselves, and they didn't have that getaway. They didn't have the smoke screen of going to the job, so they had to deal with those things about themselves that they did not like, and it was hard for some people. And in the midst of this, some people have given up on life. Some people have taken their lives. It's just so many things going on. So I definitely think that it's important that we bind together and find a way to survive what is going on. Although it seems as though things are getting better, some people are still dealing with the effects of what is going on in this time, because just every time we think we're out of the wood, something else comes up. So I just wanted to speak these few words of encouragement to you. I think that it's important for us to guard what is allowed into our sphere. Um, we need to be able to meditate on good things instead of accepting the worst as our fate. Even though we're seeing bad constantly in front of us, we need to be able to meditate on good things, because we will get what our expectations are. So if we are constantly expecting bad to happen, that is what we'll get. Um, I love the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. I love that, because in taking that philosophy, you're controlling what comes into your life, and you're controlling what comes out of your life. You're controlling your destiny in a way when you put that ideology into practice, because the less negativity you take in, the less negativity you'll give out. If you put in bad information, you'll get out bad information. And I think it's important for us, like I said, to guard what is allowed into our sphere. Watch who we let hang around us, because there are so many people that are just negative. They need help too, but I think at this point, so many of us are struggling to survive. We're struggling to figure out how to make it the next day, even if it's not financially. We're trying to figure out how to make it the next day and just deal with ourselves and just deal with all of the stuff that's going on in our head and all of the changes that we've had to encounter over the past couple of years. Um, I I um I often don't like to entertain the advice of people, because I feel that when people give you advice, they're giving you advice based upon um, their warped sense of everything. So they're giving you advice based upon either their good experiences or their bad experiences. And most of the time, people are giving you advice based upon their bad experiences, and they're just speaking more and more negativity into your life. And while you may see it as though they have your good interests at heart, um, they don't understand that they're causing you to reap their negativity, because when they speak it into your life, you go you begin to feel harbor those feelings of negativity because you're feeding on the words that they say. Words have life, so you're feeding on those negative words that they've spoken into your life, and then you begin to become a product of the negativity. So definitely guard what and who is allowed into your sphere, especially in a time like this. We definitely need to feed on positivity. Many of us binge watch the news, and I'm not saying that it's not good to watch the news. Definitely we need to know what's going on in our world, but we don't need to binge watch it to the point where we're overtaken by depression because there are so many bad things going on. We need a balance in whatever we do. So like I said, guarding what is allowed into your sphere is a very important thing that we must do at this time. I believe, and I may be wrong, but I believe that the most successful people are those who have a mindset that they can do anything. Anything. They don't believe that there is any roadblocks. They don't believe that there is anything that can stop them from going where they need to go. If there's an obstacle, they'll find their way around it. And those are some of the most successful people in the world. I remember during the campaign, I remember Donald Trump making a statement that he could go down Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and kill them, and people would still vote for him. And regardless of how we feel about him, the point is he had faith. He knew he had faith in himself. He had a positive attitude. He knew that he could do whatever he wanted to do and win the election. And that's exactly what he did. He did whatever he wanted to do, said whatever he wanted to say, acted however he wanted to act, and he won the election. So that goes back to what I'm saying about guarding what comes into our sphere. He was fed that he was fed that he was an achiever. He was fed from life that he could make it, and so some of us were not fed that. Some of us were told that we couldn't make it. Some of us were told that we couldn't achieve. And I think we need to take this time to turn that around and to understand that we can achieve even in the face of adversity, even in what's going on now. Now is not the end. Your today is not the final story. There is a tomorrow where there's life, there is hope. Um, I always believe that we should never accept the status quo. Never, ever, ever accept it just because it happened like this for everyone else is going to happen like this for me. I always believe that you need to dare to be different. I'm a person you cannot tell me no, because if you tell me no, I'm going to stay up day and night to find a way to get around what you say. I'm obstinate like that. I cannot be told no because I will find a way to achieve what I want to achieve. And when we have a mindset like that, that we can achieve what we need to achieve, and that there is good for us, and that this is not the final chapter, then we will see that good. You will get what you expect. We have to realize that our thoughts are not dead. Our thoughts have life and our words have life. The Bible says that death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So if we are believing that better is coming, then we will speak it into existence, because our very conversation will contain words of positivity which will cause better to come our way. But when we don't believe that, we'll speak negative all the time, and we will have whatsoever we say. So if we keep saying negative things, we keep putting it in the air, we keep putting it in the atmosphere, then we're calling that to our life. We need to be able to be strong enough to be positive. Understand that regardless of what you see, Don't believe what you see. Understand that there is a story beyond what you see. As long as you are living, as long as you are breathing, there is another chapter to be written in the book that is your life. Hold on to hope. Um, I wanted to say that we need to change the atmosphere with our positive words, like I said before, because the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if I believe that I'm an overcomer, if I believe that I can achieve anything, that's what I'll be. I'll be that triumphant person. I will be that person that can overcome anything if I believe it. I have to believe it. Belief brings about reality. If I don't believe it, then it'll always be waiting in the wings. And I'll always be waiting for my better day to come. And I'll always be saying, when is it going to happen for me? When is it going to happen for me? It will happen when I believe it. So we have to believe that there's better out there for us, regardless of what we are seeing now. There is better out there for us. And there's better out there for us because of the goodness of Jesus Christ, because he allowed us to have the power to be able to speak goodness into our lives. We have that power. There is power in your words. Don't speak words of negativity. Don't speak words of doubt. Unless you want to see that manifested in your life, change your mind. Change your mind and you will change your atmosphere. Change your friends and you will change your atmosphere. I don't know if you've heard the saying that if you hang around broke friends, you'll always be broke. That's because that's the spirit that's in that group. And broke people act broke and they talk broke, so they will never be. It's a mentality. It's a mindset, you know. We can, and I guess what I'm trying to say now is I'm trying to get you to understand that regardless of what we're seeing now, we can survive. We can come through this. We just have to see better. We have to know that there's better. We have to understand that there is a day after today, regardless of how bad it looks. There's no there. It's not bad enough that it can't change tomorrow. Where there's life, there's always hope. The time that we take away hope is the time is because we take our lives. If someone takes their lives, then hope is taken away from them. Or if someone obviously, passes away, and which they have no control over, then hope is taken from them. But as long as there is life, there is hope. This is not the final chapter in your book. So guard your heart, guard your ears, guard what comes into your sphere, guard the people who you let into your sphere. You have to build that wall around you and only let people come in that are worthy of you, that are going to build you up, or who you know will build you up. You don't need negativity to come near you. You need to be surrounded by positivity so that you can download that positivity, and then you can give it out, and then you can see the manifestation in your life regardless of what we're going through today. Like I said, there is hope. There is another day, and this is not the final chapter in your book. I pray that you all be blessed until we meet again. Have a great day.